and it's kind of scary in society today. And I don't know, I might piss a lot of people off talking about this, but this is just conversations I be having with my friends. But guys don't appreciate us. It's real different out here, but we do run the world for sure. We control the world. I feel like we the reason it's spinning. Women are taking over day by day, and that's just all I'm gonna say.
Now, when we think about this, we have to keep in mind that women of today believe that making money makes them rulers of the world, where making money does not mean that you run the world, because there are wars being declared, there are financial systems being tumbled, there are stocks rising and falling, there are fortunes being made, and women aren't in controlling positions in any of those. But that's not the point of this video. What she says in this video, when we hear the full clip, is that men of today don't basically worship the ground women walk on anymore, like men did in the past. And she's talking about the 90s and 80s when she wasn't even around. You're going to realize that a lot of the things women and men talk about from the past, most times they weren't even around during those times. And so they saw it on some meme, or some old bitter head was complaining about it. But what we're going to discuss today is why men don't treat modern women the way we treated traditional women. Let's take a deep dive on this one. But first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, when we think about what's really taking place, there was a time where a man took a wife, and a woman couldn't just up and leave whenever she got ready to and take half of that man's money, because the society wasn't kind to her. So even if she might have left with that man's money, she was still going to have to jump a bunch of hurdles and jump through flaming hoops with gasoline draws on in order to get something to crack for without a husband. Those days are gone. So in exchange for making more money and being, as she said, in control and running the world, you lose that femininity that drew men to want to take care of a woman, that drew men to want to protect the woman. So protection and provision and all of the things that come with that are not available for a woman who is already providing for herself. Like, why would a man protect and provide a woman who is already providing for herself? It doesn't make sense. It puts a man in a losing position. And that's why, as we move along, marriages have failed more and more, because this is not a traditional society anymore. And marriage is certainly a traditional social construct. But let's take a listen to this video, man, in its full length. And we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
Lately, like, I always be asking my friends, like, do y'all feel like the value of women to guys have went down, or guys just don't, respect us, appreciate us how they used to back in the 80s and the 90s? Like, women control literally, because I could say this now, but I only say that because of status. Like,
now, I want you to listen to what she's saying. She's saying women control the world, but she's only saying that because of status. Now, she is making money, but control doesn't mean you make money. Control means that the platform you're on right now, you control it. That means that the car you're in right now, you manufactured it. That means that the money you're talking about, you control the value of it. You control the inflation and deflation of the currency. See, a woman's idea of control is just being able to control her life, being able to finally control her immediate environment. That's not controlling the world. Your immediate environment is a very small piece of the world. It's a very small piece of the pie. It's a piece of the pie that's so small, don't nobody else even want it. Everybody look at your piece of pie and say, I want a bigger piece for myself. And am I saying that all men have a big piece of the pie? No, I'm saying that we have already resigned ourselves to the fact that the only piece of the pie we can really control is our own little slice of the pie. Now, do we want to try to get more pie? Yes. But until you get more, you can only control the little slice that you have. So let's continue to listen to some more of this.
We making hella money just like these. But as far as a man literally worshiping the ground a woman walk on, it's kind of rare these days. We running out of that.
Now, I want y'all to listen to what she said. I think it's funny that she'll portray herself as a competitor. We're making money. We're making hella money just like these men. And she ain't say men. That's why I muted out. But when you think about that, she pits herself as a competitor against us. Okay, I'm making money just like you. So why don't you worship the ground I walk on like you used to? It's never been about worshiping the ground a woman walked on, because traditionally men didn't worship the ground women walked on. Man didn't worship the ground his wife walked on. He provided and protected her because she played a position that deserved provision and protection. She was not an adversary of his. She was a helpmeet of his. Now, were all situations good? No, of course not. There were situations that had domestic situations. There were marriages that had infidelity. Most times men, but sometimes women as well back in the day. But what I'm saying is this to you right now, or let's just say men were caught more. But I say this: we don't want competitors. See, here's the thing about competition. If I make you a competitor of mine, or you make yourself a competitor of mine, then I don't want to have that type of intimate structure with you because you're a competitor. There's only so close I want to get to you because you're a competitor. There's only so far I'm going to let you into my world because you're a competitor. And competitors do what? Work hard to get your piece of the pie as well as their own. Let's finish this up.
And it's kind of scary in society today. And I don't know, I might piss a lot of people off talking about this, but it's just conversations I be having with my friends. But guys don't appreciate us. I don't know. I don't know what it is. This might be just something I talk about on maybe the first topic I talk about on my podcast. Because I don't know. It's just a little weird these days. It's like we got to fight for a spot.
Exactly. You got to fight for a spot. Here's why you got to fight for a spot. You got to fight for a spot because the spot that's traditionally held for you, the wife spot, you don't want it anymore. You want to go out and do your own thing. You would rather go out and chase your paper, and then we got to pay somebody to do the things that a wife would do. Okay, well, what's the purpose in having you then? Besides having our seeds, that's what else is there after that? And I think a lot of women are finding that out. You're with a man, you have his child, he's thinking traditional family, and he realizes that you don't want traditional family. See, women want their cake and ice cream and everything else at the party too. They want to be modern women, but be treated traditionally by men, while not giving the man any of the traditional benefits of a traditional relationship. And I think that's what we're dealing with right here. And she's young. She don't know any better. She don't know how confused she sounds. But the problem is when you don't even want to earn a position in a man's life. I tell y'all men all the time, man, you give a woman what she earned. Here's a woman saying she don't even want to earn a position in your life. Why? Because she's all earned out. When a woman works hard and puts herself in a position, whether through connections or whatever, because even if you have connections to get put in a position, then you still have to maintain the position through your own hard work and dedication. And once a woman does that and becomes that stalwart, that workhorse in her own life, then she doesn't have the femininity left in order to be able to be the traditional woman that would deserve that traditional treatment. Because contrary to popular belief and contrary to what women believe, in order to compete in a man's world, you got to become some like a man. You have to shun all your feminine energy and take on some masculine energy in order to compete in this world, man, because this is a dog eat dog, shark bite shark world. Let's finish up with her, man, and we'll wrap this thing up.
In these lives, or they want to put, I don't know. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to save this for my podcast because I know I got a podcast coming out here. We all about to be acting normal. I got a podcast coming. Stay tuned. But yeah, I don't know. That's going to be the first topic I talk about, though, because it's real different out here. But we do run the world for sure.
There it is. If you run the world, why the hell you worrying about how a man treats you? If you run the world, treat yourself that way. Pay a man to treat you that way. That's the problem. You want to run the world in the daytime, and then at night you want to be the sensitive little kid that's getting treated like that. Well, guess what? Some of those things that earn that type of treatment, you got to do them in the daytime too. See, when a woman got her own money, and listen, I'm not knocking women for having their own money. I believe women should go get their own money. Go get your own money. If you have the mindset that you don't want to be submissive, go take care of yourself. I'm cool with that. I don't have a problem with that. But what I'm saying is, don't then expect to be treated traditionally. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a modern woman and expect traditional treatment. It's the same way as treating a traditional woman like a modern woman. You can't have a traditional woman and then try to put her out there on the grind. She ain't built like that. Same thing with modern women. Modern women aren't built to be traditionally submissive housewives and all of that. They're just not built like that. And that's fine. You can't force someone to be in a situation that they don't fit in. But by the same token, a woman can't force you to treat her like she does fit in that situation when she knows she doesn't. And this is a perfect example of that. Here's a woman who, in her mind, if you run the world, you got it all. Here's a woman who has it all. She has it all. She has the money. She just said, we make all the money. We doing all this. We making big moves. We control the world. Yeah, we the reason the world go round. And you still want a man to treat you like a wife, even though you know you're not one? You can't be a partner and a wife at the same time. Partner and wife are two different things. A wife is not a partner. A wife is a helpmeet. A partner is a partner. That's somebody who has equal parts, equal rights, equal responsibility, but they also have equal strength and equal ability to carry themselves and do all these things that she's complaining about for themselves.
We control the world. I feel like we the reason it's spinning. Women are taking over day by day, and that's just all I'm gonna say for now.
My thing is, if women are taking over day by day, go do your thing. Don't sit around and complain about how you're not being pedestalized or how you're not being treated like a traditional woman. You can't compare yourself to women back in the day and then you have totally different actions, but you want the same treatment that they got. It doesn't make any sense. It's like a man who ain't got no money expecting for a woman to submit to him. And I have guys in the comments say that, I don't care if I ain't have a dime, a woman's still supposed to submit to me. Fool, ain't nobody supposed to submit to you and they got to take care of you. And it's the same thing with these women. If you're not going to play that submissive role, then just accept your plight. See, choices that you make have consequences and repercussions. And if you want to be a submissive woman, then you know that you're going to have to kind of rely on a man financially. You know what I'm saying? You know that. In order to live a high quality life, you're going to have to rely on a man financially. But if you want to be a woman to get out here and get your own money, then you got to understand that when a man wants a submissive wife, when a man wants to help me, he's not going to pick you. That's just the way it is. So, no, the thing about value is this. Here's the realest thing. The one thing of value that you have for a man is your physicality and your ability to dedicate yourself to the process of his progress. For one thing, you women out here giving yourselves away freely like it's nothing. So that's one form of value to us that's gone. Am I saying that's your value to you? No, you can have whatever value you want to, but that's valuable to us that you're not out there and you're not all over the place and you're not having all these different intimate partners throughout your life. Secondly, your ability to give us shut uppiness and obedience is gone because, like she just said, you feel like you run the world. Somebody who run the world is not finna bow down and listen to no man. So there you have it. It's not that we don't treat you how men used to treat women. It's that those women were different. Don't expect the same treatment when you're given different interaction and engagement. That's just life. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though. Now I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her